Greetings. Welcome to So Much to Talk About here at Citi Field. The Pittsburgh Pirates visiting the New York Mets. Second game of a 4-game series. And my pleasure to have on one of the young stars on the Mets, Mr. Jason Pridie. Nice to have you on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Talk about, this Mets team has had some ups and downs, but there's a chance to maybe contend for a wild card slot, and Terry Collins has brought that positive attitude, that enthusiasm. Talk about how that energy's really resonated with all of you.
Well, I think it all starts with that. It starts with Terry and how he comes in, and really you can tell he loves the game. And, he just wants us to come out here, have fun, and play the game hard. We have a tough loss. He's in there saying, let's go, let's get him tomorrow, keep your heads up. We got a good win. He's coming through excited as everybody, and it's a good feeling when you know your manager's behind you and in every game and he's right there ready to go. So, it trickles down and you can tell that we've been playing with some energy.
Things could have really went down south after the Colorado Rockies series. It seemed like it was rock bottom, and you guys were able to get that win streak. So talk about what are the things you have to do to continue, maybe have a couple of long win streaks and maybe contend for a wild card slot. What are things collectively?
The biggest thing is right now is to just, weather the storm, I guess you could say. As some of our big guys are down, Ike's down, David's down, Jose's gone right now. And that's the key, I think, to any team is when you got some guys like that to go down is for guys to come up and, do well. You got Turner up here, playing well, G throwing great, Tejada coming up, playing well. I'd like to think I've done a little bit to help, and so, I think, just like anything, you just got to go one game at a time, and the key is to win series. That's the key to this game. You win 2 out of 3, and you're going to have a successful season. So, as long as we can just keep going and, keep playing well, put some win streaks together, and, when this lineup gets back full strength, hopefully we can just keep going through that.
Wow, around 10, 11 days ago, it was the Subway Series against the New York Yankees. That energy, either when it's in Yankee Stadium or in Citi Field, the energy is just really hovers over everything. Talk about how did it feel for you to be part of your first Subway Series, and how great was that experience?
It was an amazing experience. I mean, just to first off be able to play at Yankee Stadium. Obviously as a baseball fan, that's all the history behind the Yankees, and I know it's a new stadium, but you still got the same aura and the same everything about it. So that alone was a great feeling to get to play there and to have it be part of the Subway Series, and just I'm kind of getting chills thinking about, you make a good play or, you get a hit and the place erupts and you got fans screaming, let's go Mets, let's go Yankees, back and forth. And, the energy, it was electric, and it's good for the fans especially, to have that rivalry, to have that, because, at the end of the day when we go out there, we got to treat it just like any other game. I mean, you have that around, but once that first pitch is thrown, you're out there playing, and it's, but it was a great experience, and it's something I'll never forget for the rest of my life.
More question for you. You came up in the Rays organization at a time where a lot of the superstars for the Rays are now up there, and really that organization was at a down time when you were in the minor league organization. So talk about how it's great for them to be able to come to fruition, and how those guys that has been able to contribute.
Coming up in there when I was signed in 2002, that was when we were really in the bottom, and kind of, I guess you would say, the laughing stock in the sense. Everybody was going and thinking, oh, the Rays, we're going to beat them, they're going to lose 100 games, and to see that, unfortunately, I got, traded away at the time when everybody, all my buddies and stuff were going up. But, that's baseball, and to see those guys, especially playing the World Series, I mean, I play with many of those guys, and the one thing I really noticed about them, especially during that World Series run, and even now, is they play the same way we played always coming up. Because we always had great teams in the minor leagues. I mean, I was part of championship teams in AA, AAA, getting to the playoffs, and they brought that same energy and that same play to the big leagues, and and it was successful. So it was a real good feeling to watch, like Longoria, Brignac, Perez. I mean, all those guys get up there and see them in there and how much fun they were having, and it was a good feeling for me to see a lot of my good friends, get to that point and be on the biggest stage.
Wow, I've been asking this question to many of the players. Your favorite ballpark to play in other than Citi Field?
I gotta say, my favorite so far has been Philly.
One said that.
I know it's, and I haven't played it a ton yet, but it's a great hitter's park. The Mets, Phillies, obviously, we got a big thing. I was hearing it all out there, but that that kind of pumps you up a little bit when you hear the fans, saying some bad stuff to you, and that's part of the game though, and it was just sold out every day, and that was an electric atmosphere too, and so that was definitely a fun park to play in.
Jason, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for your time. And it is so crazy we get the universal answer there. I should edit that in somewhere. But thank you so much, Jason. Have a great game, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.